Hey, this is Max with Aura, and today we're talking about Airbnb scams that will ruin your next vacation. Is Airbnb really that safe? With over 4 million hosts on Airbnb's platform, there are bound to be at least a few unscrupulous hosts looking to scam unsuspecting travelers. So how can you stay safe during your next getaway? Before you book the trip, be on the lookout for these common Airbnb scams. The first one, multiple listing scam. The multiple listing scam occurs when a host lists the same property at different price points to double book and then rent the property to the highest bidder. If you reserve the property at one of the lower prices and someone else rents it at the higher rate, your host may cancel on you at the last minute. Alternatively, the host may use this as a bait and switch tactic to move you to an inferior property. So here's what to do. Don't cancel your reservation. Instead, make sure that your host is the one who cancels. Airbnb offers a full refund for host cancellations. But if you cancel, you could be left paying cancellation fees or even the majority of your full reservation. And if they reach out to tell you that there's a problem with the property or ask you to stay in a similar location that they also own, do not cancel for them. To avoid this scam, remove the price filter from your search to see if the property's listed at different prices. And if it is, don't book it. Scam number 2, deceptive or inaccurate property descriptions. The second most common scam involves inaccurate descriptions of properties and amenities. In other words, you show up to an Airbnb only to find missing amenities or that the property is in much worse condition than described. In one example, a man in Sarasota rented a property 19 times, bringing in $53,000. But the $828 a night beach property didn't have air conditioning or internet and was infested with cockroaches. So, to avoid inaccurate property description scams in the first place, do your research before arriving at your rental. Message your host for specific information about the amenities and cleaning rules and observe their responses. Number 3, doctored images. Airbnb scammers will often use fake, stock, or doctored images to misrepresent their rental property. All too common are photos using angles and lenses to make the spaces appear larger, as well as photoshopped amenities and scenic views that aren't really there. So to avoid this scam, head to the reviews section and look at the accuracy category. You can also find specific bad reviews by selecting See All Reviews, and then searching for terms like photos, images, or accurate. And finally, if you're suspicious of the listing, perform a reverse image search of the photos. Just copy the images and run them through Google to see if they've been used on other websites or show up as listings of different properties. Scam number 4, Airbnb account hacking. In addition to misrepresenting properties, scammers on Airbnb may hack into your account and book properties using your stolen financial information. The person who hacks your account will change the login credentials to lock you out, making this scam a type of identity theft. Although account hacks are not the most common scams, they can be some of the most damaging. Victims of this particular con can lose tens of thousands of dollars and have their accounts closed or blocked before the platform actually intervenes. The most common way for a hacker to get your Airbnb account is to trick you into giving them your login information and your password. They might pose as a legitimate host and then send you a link to book their property. But in reality, the link takes you outside of Airbnb to a similar looking site that asks for your information. So to protect your account and financial information, always check the website URL before entering your login credentials. And make sure that the URL begins with HTTPS and only includes Airbnb.com. If you see any addresses like Airbnb1.com or Airbnb-bookings.com, don't enter your information. Number 5, fake reviews. Customer reviews help to create trust for renters using home sharing websites. Unfortunately, con artists can manipulate reviews as part of their fraud. Hosts may create fake accounts, review their own properties, or enlist friends and family members to help. Conversely, competitors might leave negative reviews on other host properties, making it even harder for you to discern what's true. To avoid booking a poor rental, choose those with more reviews because those are harder to fake. Also, pay close attention to the 2, 3, and 4-star reviews. These are less likely to be written by friends or competition. Number 6, payments outside of the platform. All payments and communications should take place via the Airbnb app or the website. If you receive a message from a host asking you to pay through another non-Airbnb app, bank transfer, or another website, it's a scam. You may end up sending money to a host who doesn't have a real listing, or a host that might receive a double payment since you'll likely get charged on the Airbnb website too. If you do come across a host that wants payment outside of the Airbnb app, consider this a red flag and report the suspicious message to Airbnb. Next, bogus damage fees. Damage fees protect homeowners from guests who don't properly care for the property while renting. but some Airbnb hosts have taken advantage of this feature. In this type of scam, you'll check out of your rental unit and receive a message notifying you about damage that you didn't cause. If you refuse to pay, the host can then escalate the issue to Airbnb, which they can use as security deposits to pay for the damage. So to protect yourself, take pictures or videos of the property right after check-in and right before checkout. And if you notice any damage upon arrival, take the photos and share them with the host directly on Airbnb. You can't guarantee that every detail of your vacation will be perfect, but you can avoid the travel nightmares that come with Airbnb rental scams. It all starts with knowing what to look out for and doing your homework. And for added protection against hackers, scammers, and identity theft, consider signing up for Aura's all-in-one digital security solution. You can get a 14-day free trial at aura.com. We'll see you next time.